sports, footwork is incredibly important, and that's no exception for cricket. So I start on leg stump. That's my standard position for fast bowling. It's almost shoulder width apart. I like to be pressing through my front leg before I move into any other position. And then I can transfer my weight whichever way I need to. If I need to come forward, I can come forward. If I need to go back, I can go back. When coming down the wicket, it's important to leave as late as possible. You don't want to leave too early to give the bowler a chance to adjust. They might be able to drop it short, get you in a bit of trouble. Wait until the ball's out of the hand. That's the ideal time to come down the wicket. So footwork in particular to spin. So the first thing to take into account is the dimensions of the field. Every ground you play at is different. I like to take my bat out in the middle and then just look around to all different parts of the ground to see where looks shorter, where looks longer, where there's a deeper pocket, where it's a little bit closer. So I know my boundary dimensions and where I can hit the ball. The next one is awareness of the field, and for me it's looking more at the gaps. If I'm looking at the gaps, I know where I can hit the ball, I know where my boundaries are, I know where I can get off strike, I know where I might be able to run a 2 to a man in the deep. So I'm summing up where the best places are for me to score at that particular time against that bowler on that surface. Today we're here talking about marking our guard at the crease. I think it's important to know your position where you're batting so you know where your stumps are, where they're trying to bowl to you, how they're trying to get you out, and where you're going to be scoring runs. So for me, my standard batting guard is leg stump. I like to bat on leg stump because it gives me the ability to move across the crease to where I want to. I know where my off stump is. I know which balls I can play at, which balls I should be leaving, and hopefully sets me up for some success out in the middle. Got the straight drive. One of my favourite shots. There's no greater sight than watching the ball go back straight past the bowler for 4. So I think the keys to this shot, obviously a nice straight bat, high elbow, foot facing as far as you can to where you're going to be hitting the ball, so nice and straight. Weight over the front leg, head towards the ball and head continuing towards the target. Seen on the TV, players coming together to have a small chat in between overs. I think it's important there to establish where you're trying to score, where you might be able to get a quick single, what's going on with the ball, if there's any swing or seam, just talking and communicating around what's happening out in the middle. And I always end by saying to the other batter, watch the ball hard. That's the last thing I say as they walk back to face the next ball. Things for me when playing the cover drive is that you get your foot out there as much as you can to the line of the ball. I guess your foot's almost pointing in where you want to hit the ball, and then you transfer your weight. And I find the best way to do that is through my head. So if my head's going through the ball to where I want to hit it, then everything's going okay. And then from there it's about making sure I'm not trying to overhit the ball. Which you always hope to be, it's important to keep your concentration up and switch on and switch off when you need to. The way I like to switch off when I'm facing in between balls is walk to square leg, look around the field, look down at the ground, just switch my mind off before I go back and I switch it back on, ready to face up for that next ball.